Hi, I'm MTG, and welcome to my channel where I waste my wild cards on meme decks so you don't have to. And today we're playing a very fun synergy deck that is incredibly nostalgic for me. So if you've been watching the channel for a bit, you probably have an idea of what I'm talking about. But yeah, so I did want to say the summer's been a little slow for like views and stuff, and I always feel awkward asking for subs and likes, but it would be super awesome, and I'd really appreciate it if you're watching this, if you could drop a little like-a-roo to help the channel with, I don't know, outreach or growth. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. But yeah, let's let's just go check out the deck list, and I will see you in a second. Before we jump into the gameplay, I just want to give a huge shout out and thank you to my Patreon. So at the Tree Folk level, we have LOL Copter, thank you so much. And over at the Sapperling level, we have Queen Bee, Sasser, Brendan Such, JS, Jolly Good J, and Ishitari. Thank you so much for all your heckin' support. Alright, today we are playing probably some of my favorite synergies in Magic, because I have a very special spot in my heart for Elf, especially Elf synergy decks, because my very first commander deck I ever had was a Freyalise, the Planeswalker Called to the Wild precon, and so I love anything with elves, and I also have a Elfball deck in Pioneer, so it's just something I feel like my brain really wraps around like the synergies for, so I was really excited to build a deck around Celeborn the Wise. They're 4 CMC, which is kind of more expensive for an elf, but it definitely does a lot of work. So whenever you attack with one or more elves, you scry one, and whenever you scry, Celeborn the Wise gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each card looked at while scrying this way. So we do have a few creatures that allow us to scry either on attack or on ETB, and then there's some new cards in this color combo that has, or not combo, it's just one color, it's green, where we can actually like scry and then draw cards and stuff like that. So I have some of those effects, but overall I was honestly trying to build around kind of like your standard counter synergy, to swarm the board, go wide, and have some sort of like Crafterhoof behemoth closeout, which maybe sounds cheesy, but I think with like how powerful a lot of these cards are getting in like the 1v1 matchups and stuff like that, that Crafterhoof and overrun effects, so like Nissa's ult, are going to be super important, because again, Arena has a lot of really powerful effects, so you want to keep your board protected, and Elfball I think is super susceptible to like board wipes, so it's going to be really important for us to just kind of ramp quickly, get to our big threats, and keep our board state protected so that we can get to the point where we can drop Crafterhoof or pop off Nissa's ult. So one of the ways that we're going to keep our board state protected is through Elvisaur Shepherd, so we can prevent stuff from being countered. Another thing to help us with that is we have Veil of Summer, which is really critical for keeping your board state protected from counter spells, at least for a turn. And then we have Tamiyo's Safekeeping and Snakeskin Veil and other things that can temporarily give things hexproof and indestructible, along with like Heroic Intervention, again, to keep our board state protected, because that's super important for our strategy. And then, as I mentioned before, we're leaning into like counter effects. So we have a lot of things that can put counters on other creatures or get counters on themselves. So we have things that can, you know, proliferate or put counters on other things and then proliferate. So we have basically things that are all very focused on counter synergies and just swarming the board. So one of the things to help us get our win con, which is Crafterhoof Behemoth, is stuff like Fierce Empath, which lets us basically just tutor for, Crafterhoof Behemoth, and then like Fauna Shaman. So those are like really critical pieces here. So here's Fierce Empath, sorry. So with that, that's kind of like the overall win con of this deck. But yeah, so I'm excited to show you how it does because it's very punchy, and I'll see you out there. All right. Oh, Gideon. Last time I played against a Gideon, they locked me out with the Solemnity. I can never pronounce that card. And the 9 lives. Ooh, we can keep this. And what that is 9 lives basically like, once you get to 0 counters on it, you lose the game. But what it does statically is it keeps you from losing the game, and your opponents can't win the game. And then Solemnity prevents stuff like from having counters removed from it. So it basically prevents the downside of running that other card I just mentioned. Okay. That is fine. And we'll do this. And let's get this in. And Fierce Empath is just going to get us our Crafterhoof. Sweet. And I'm probably going to hold off and fetching the or using the Fierce Empath to fetch. Oh, we have 2 ways to fetch up stuff now. Just because I want to try to build up the board state a little bit more. We really, really want to... Or do we want to do this? I don't know anymore. Life's tough to figure out sometimes, you know? But we do need another land drop here. Okay, we did not get that, unfortunately. That's why I've been like a little afraid of cutting out 40 lands. Even though like I was flooding, I ended up going from 40 to I think 38 lands. But I feel like if I go below 40, since, I don't know, the last 2 updates with Arena, I just don't get any lands at all. It just... And when I'm playing in paper, usually, like, if I have, like, a 4 CMC commander, I'll do, like, 37 lands. Sometimes 36. But it's just so funny in Arena, it doesn't work out for you at all. Okay, so let's do this, because we're going to keep these counter synergies going. Thankfully, we are an Elfball where it's not as big of an issue. We'll attack with our friend here. This fight rigging's really helping us. Just need 1 more land for this Toski. Ah! Worst case, we can punch that Redain out of the sky. But our lands will come in tapped because of Redain. Are they going for Solemn? Probably. Solemnity. Yeah, the 9 lives. I wonder if this is the same player. Or maybe there's some deck on, like, YouTube that's doing well where it's just locking people out like this. Thankfully, we are in enchantment removal colors, so... Alright. Okay. So, for maximum efficiency with our stuff, we are going to fight. Have you fight you. So our snowland doesn't come in tapped. Perfect. And then we're going to do this. And we'll put you in. And let's just do that. Spreading out the love here. Let's just attack to see if they'll trade. They might trade. They can't play that 9 lives until they get the solemnity down. And if that's the case, they must have it in their hand, potentially. So, worst case scenario, though, I think we can just, you know, we can dig for an answer. Because we should, in theory, be able to blow that up. No problem. Because we have quite a few enchantment artifacts. Ah, they did have it. Okay. So that's the combo piece here. So this is what I was talking about. There must be like some YouTuber rocking this, you know? Sweet. Let's put a counter on you. Because we can't anymore, actually, because of that stupid salinity thing. But we're going to draw some manas. Or not manas, but cards. Wow, words. Words. Brain's broken, apparently. Okay. So let's put in castle. And we have a way to blow up one of those enchantments. So if they're depending on their 9 lives keeping them alive, we're going to be able to remove that here with Nissa. Yep. So that's hexproof, but this is not. So we're going to put this in. And we'll pay... Not that. We'll just do this because we don't really care too much about the ult. But we do have Boseiju as well, so if they have some protection piece. But they are tapped out with, like, any, I think, like, was it Investigate? Whatever that one that blows up Planeswalkers is gone. So we can blow up that, and now they can actually lose to their 9 lives unless they have a way to get that enchantment back from the graveyard. We'll put this on Toski. So how many counters does 9 lives have on it? 9. It needs 9 counters on it. Bonk, 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 bonk. Okay, so they are at 4. We don't draw the cards because it didn't do the combat damage. Okay. That's fine. So we're going to do this. We're going to put you in. And then Fierce Empath. And we're going to get Crafterhoof. Take action. Crafterhoof. And then we're going to tick this up. And then it doesn't really matter too much right now. Go ahead and bonk. So they're at 5 counters. They're definitely going to need a way to deal with this. Because they're going to lose the game here. Yeah, the first time I was playing against this deck, I was in the Sauron deck that had, like, Rakdos. And so I literally drew 70 cards just trying to find my Feed the Swarm. But I would have put that in the video, but it was like a 30-some-odd minute game. And I didn't think y'all would want to watch that. Oh, Elite Spellbinder. Probably going to make the Crafterhoof a lot. Yeah. Yeah. It's suspensey. Okay. So we will make another friend. What do we want to return? Probably Inscription. And then let's have Toski fight. You fight you. Get their blocker out of the way. And then let's put nothing else in. Let's do this. And then we'll go ahead and attack. And then we're going to put you. The Beast Whisperer is going to go at Gideon. And I think we're getting there. We're getting there, friends. They have one more counter left. Okay. And if somehow they can get that Solemnity thing back. Oh, okay, they couldn't. I was going to say we could use Boseiju to blow it up at instant speed. But GG opponent. Modi. Look at all those arms. Can't catch these hands, am I right? Some of these cards I really like, but I don't like we're not super, you know, controlling a lot of creatures at this time. Okay, this feels better. Because Freya's gonna at least conjure stuff for us too. We got a little Death Toucher. So Modi cascades stuff. And they can get pretty out of control with their values. So they're definitely something you want to take very seriously. And hopefully we top deck a non-tapped land. Because I goofed here and should have... Well, I didn't goof. I just really wanted to play that Gala Greeters. Let's do this. We'll have you fight you. Oh, okay. So we're slowing down their ramp game a little bit there with that Druid. Yeah, Incubation Druid. I think we have that in here too. Synergizes super well with our counter synergy. This is what's really interesting about having Legolas, Celeborn the Wise. To Deputary. To Taps. Okay, put you in. Do this. And let's... I'm gonna do that. Bonk, bonk. Probably was weird sequencing there, but I wanted to get that counter on. Oh, so it begins. Okay. So if we put you in, is that going to be only one? Let's do our commander. And we'll create a tap treasure. And let's go ahead and attack here. We want Rex Sage. They don't have any enchantments out, but another body's always good. I think I am going to put that at the bottom though, just in case like we want to get a better win con going. And then let's untap you. So Gwen is going to come in pretty big. Ooh, that's huge. Okay. We will start with you. And let's create a tap treasure token. Thanks. And let's... What's Regal Force? I don't know what that card is. Let's uptick you. And I'm just gonna like hang on here because we're gonna use this heroic intervention to like block the aggressive mammoth. Okay. Midnight clock is good. But yeah, we are definitely going to do shenanigans here if they do try to attack in, because we can protect this Freya. Kind of hope that they do attack in this turn. Okay, going to combat. Sweet. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna block here, here. You're gonna go here. And oh, they scooped. They scooped. GG's. Ooh. Caddy Bree of Mithral Hall. Probably botched that pronunciation. I like this, but I'm also worried it might be slow. Normally. Okay, this looks a lot more aggressive. We'll do that. And then we're gonna do Gala Grader, so then when we put in this elite, we're gonna get 2 triggers for our friend here. One is gonna be, they're gonna make a token, and then this is gonna see both of them enter. So that's gonna be sweet. And we're gonna drop you, put you in. And then we'll make a treasure. And then we'll go ahead and put a counter on them. Feels a little bit like my Pioneer deck. No attack. And then we'll be at 4 mana, so we'll be able to put in our friend here. And we'll make another tapped treasure token. They're attacking, we'll just put our little friend in front. Thank you, friend. Oop. And then, yeah, I think we're still going to want to do this. And we will go ahead and make a tap treasure token. And we won't attack. We're going to just build the board state a bit. I think we can just do this. Hopefully draw a creature off the top here too. Okay, we did not. But we do have enough for you. And we'll just hang tight here. I might use this heroic intervention so that we can double block their commander. And that way they're not as much of an issue. Okay. I think that's still maybe what we need to do, unfortunately. Broken intervention. Unless they're gonna have swords or something. Okay. Which I think is gonna be fine, because now we can get card draw from this Great Hinge, and we only take 3 damage. Or technically 1 after everything. After the life gain. Okay. Let's start with you. We're gonna get a few triggers here. Let's make a tap treasure token. Sweet. Sweet. That feels good. We'll put you in. And let's do this. Sweet. Okay. Now, I think we're going to have you fight you. Submit 3. Perfect. And no attack. And I'll happily throw that Elvish Visionary in front of their commander if needed. If needed, you know? What does this flip into again? Okay. That is very good as well. The trample specifically. So 9 damage. I think we can just take the 9. Okay. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna put in you. We're gonna put a +1 counter on you. I think we're good on mana. And we're gonna do this. And we're gonna choose to proliferate. 2 life. And proliferate. Submit. Sweet. And that's probably gonna be our win con. So we'll create the tap treasure token. Okay, we got it. We're fine now. We got a couple win cons in our hand now. So actually, I'm just gonna hold back. So that's 10. Just in case there's combat tricks, I think I'm just gonna... Nope, actually we're just gonna take it. Sweet. Okay, I'm gonna start with you, and then we're gonna do this, and we're just gonna pow, punch face. And they scoop. GG's. Oh, Borgamos and Fibblethip. Did I nail it? We'll keep. And I'm probably gonna start with this Allosaur Shepherd. We're gonna be close to having enough stuff to give indestructible with these snowlands. So it looks pretty good. And so when these guys ETB, they draw a card, they can discard a land card, and like basically deal damage to creatures. So that's good. And the Scrying Rites of Illimak, I think, will be pretty gas. So our hope here is just to probably take them out before they have a chance to really start throwing lands around, you know? We'll bonk for 1. And then drop the Snow Covered and Growing Rites. And its green spells can't be countered too, so that's nice. That is nice. Okay, they're cycling. It's our turn, so we're doing good. Don't see blue source out, but it doesn't matter at this point. Ooh, let's get Tireless. Sweet. We'll attack for another 1. Wicked sick. Alright. So get their little landfall here. Okay, they let it go. I'm gonna put in Scavenging Grounds, and then I think just to kind of slow down their own ramp, we're gonna fight. Got Indestructible. Oh, I totally missequenced that. I was supposed to put Tireless Provisioner in beforehand. Oh well, I goofed. What's sequencing, am I right? I feel like I've been, like, sleepy-minded lately with my plays. Like, I'm just sequencing stuff, not as slick, but hopefully that's all teachable moments. Okay, that's a pretty good card. They basically get, like, a second hand. Okay, so I think we're gonna put you in. We'll make a treasure, and then we'll put this in. And then let's put this in. Or do we want to? Yeah, let's do it. We might be playing into a board wipe here, potentially. Let's put it on Allosaurus. We'll attack. Let's do that. Didn't need that other land drop. Okay. Woo! I forgot we were gonna flip. That's pretty nice. Easier to cast our command. Except they put in that Crucible of Worlds, which lets them play lands from the graveyard. We'll just blow that up, I guess, with Fade from History. They have Counterspell, which doesn't do much for them because of Allosaurus Shepherd. But we are going to be able to give all of our stuff a base 2 because of Allosaurus Shepherd. Of what you call it? That. I don't know why that was hard for me to think. So I think we can do that instant speed. Yeah, okay. So let's go ahead and attack. Oh my goodness, yes, we want that. And then we'll do this. Yeah. Okay. And I'm gonna grab this. Grab you. Put you in. Treasure. And then we're gonna do this. So in that way they can't do the thing when they pitch lands. And I think we have it with this Crafterhoof that we're gonna draw off the top. Ecological Appreciation. Search your library and graveyard for up to 4 creature cards with different names that have mana value X or less. Reveal them. An opponent chooses 2 cards. Shuffle those cards into your library. The rest on the battlefield. Seems good. Trying to think if they have anything that's really gonna hurt us that they fetch up. Let's give you Skeet Swarm. Oracle. Okay. And I'm not super worried just because we have Crafterhoof that's gonna do the thing. Okay. And they scoop. But we had Crafterhoof on top, so I think we're gonna close that out anyways on our upkeep. GG's opponent. Mono red. It's gonna be a bonk punch face off. Ooh, we got Marwin and Nissa. It's gonna be great. Okay. Ooh, and they got a little Dwagon. A Phyrexian Dwagon. Boop. Oh, boop. And we'll put Elvish Visionary in. So they give hostile to creatures, and then they can make a Dwagon if they attack with a modified creature and pay 5. Let's do Marwin. No attack. And we have Crafterhoof too, which will be great. Will not block. I think we're okay with taking that 1 damage. Renko. Seems good. Okay. So we'll put in Nissa. We're gonna put in you. We'll make green. And then what do we want to do? Let's do you. No attack. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we have this to make a 7th floating, so we're not quite within Crafterhoof range. But we're getting close. Or wait, yes we will be with Circle of Dream Druid. I think, right? I think we're okay. Just take that. So maybe that'll be our equivalent of a board wipe. Make it green. Let's put in Elvish Mystic, I think, because we should still have enough. Okay. And then do this. Attack. That was a really, really quick Crater of Behemoth. Jeez. G. Heckin' G's. Keep. We got a decent start here. I like that we have protection, fight spell, and then Gala Graders. Who are we playing against? Ooh, Emery. So that is gonna be a combo Paradox Engine, usually to watch out for. So we'll just put in Gala. Sick. And then I'm gonna hope for that other land drop, actually. Okay. Man. I snap kept that, but didn't see that we didn't have the other land. Ooh, this is a feels bad moment. No attack. Can't even use her fight spell. Oh goodness. Resolve. I have fear in my heart because this is a very good start for them and we do not have anything to stop their combo at the moment because we are landless right now. Come on, Arena, land. Yes. Okay. We're gonna do circle and then make a treasure. And now we're cooking. Now we should be okay. Still no blocks. I'm not super worried about damage with this deck. Again, it's usually the combo. Okay. So they're tapped out, which tells me I can do this. Where we're gonna fight you here. Sweet. And then we will put you into play. And make another treasure. Because y'all are treasures. How's that? Is that cheesy enough for you? And then let's gain 2 life. Just in case they have like a River's Rebuke. And we can attack. We'll keep that at the top, I think, just in case they have like a bounce spell in hand. Okay. And then we probably want to do this Rex Sage. I'm a little nervous about not having Tamio up. Actually, yeah, okay, let's do the Rex Sage too. Or maybe we're gonna hold that up. Okay. Actually, I might want to blow up that key to the archive in case they get like Demonic Tutor. We'll see what they discard. Okay, so they discard an artifact. They either have an extra turn spell or Demonic Tutor. So we're gonna do this. We'll blow up that. Ooh. That's great, treasure. Blow up that. Take action. And then we're gonna try to make sure we can win next turn. So we're gonna put a counter on you. Take action. And this might be giving away what our intent is next turn, but I think we just gotta go for it. Even if they might have the counter spell in hand. Gain 2 life. And I think I'm going to attack with my commander and this dude. And we're going to scry. We will keep that in hand. And keep that. Sweet. Okay. Bonk, bonk. And I really hope they don't combo off this turn, because that'll be a bummer. We were like 1 turn short, probably for missing a mana drop for earlier, if that's the case. Oof. Displacer Kitten. Okay. I have fear in my heart. Because they just have to cast a non-creature spell and blink. What are you blinking? Emery? Probably Emery. Yeah. Do they have infinite mana at this point? Okay, no, they scoop. Okay. Whew. I was so nervous there because I'm so used to the Paradox engine and then like Aetherflex and just sitting around for like 20 minutes or like a million extra turn spells. So I'm glad that we were still able to stay on track even though we missed like a land drop there. All right, I hope you had fun checking out them punchy little elves that got real big and swole, I guess. But as far as cards that I think deserve an MVP shout out, I wanted to point out 2 new cards from the Lord of the Rings set. So we have Lothorial Lookout. So whenever they attack, you scry 1, and it has super good synergy with our commander here. And then this other card, Last March of the Ints, is super cool because 1, it can't be countered. And then since our deck cared about putting counters on a lot of things, we didn't have to worry about not getting a ton of card draw off of our little squishy bodies. And then we got to put stuff onto the battlefield for free. So this is like kind of a good game closer, especially if we hit into like Crafterhoof. And then I think Elvish Warmaster and obviously Nissa and Crafterhoof, whatever has like those sort of overrun effects are going to be super critical win cons. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I really had a blast. I again think elf synergies are probably my favorite. So I was really happy to find an excuse to build another Elfball deck. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a good one. Bye.